Well, hello, White Sox fans, and welcome to another edition of the Future Sox podcast. My name is Ian Eskridge. Joining me, as always, Mr. James Fox. How are you, James?
What's up, man? After a week off, feels good to kind of talk about it. I'm
Yeah.
super busy with other parts of my life, but this is fun. So they fixed my computer in like one day. So essentially, guys, like I think what it comes down to is I am a slob and got like a peanut or something like on my computer. Closed the screen, so I just have like a MacBook like Air, whatever, and like it like was going haywire, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you have an internal crack in the screen." I'm like, great. They're like, "This is how it happens sometimes." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's probably what happened. I was eating like granola or something and then shut my computer quickly, whatever." So it won't happen again. 3 times at work last week, I like closed my computer and then ate lunch. So I'm turning over a new leaf. But so they told me 3 to 5 days and they called me the next day and it looks like a brand new Mac computer. So we're good for now. But
Nice.
like, yeah, it was crazy. I was like, "What?"
Yeah. Laptops are very fickle, It's like if they could be 100%, you could drop them down your stairs and
Yeah.
open it up and it'll be 100% fine. But you do something like,
Close the screen on a tiny piece of food, like, and it's,
yep,
like, out of com and it worked for, like, a week, like, I could still kinda see, but it was, like, screwed up, where it's, like, all sta I showed you the screen, it's, like, all staticky, and there's, like, a line down the center, but then it got to the point where I couldn't see anything on the, like, bottom toolbar, and I was like, "Alright, this has gotta get fixed," so, sorry, I don't know if I missed that much, but I'm back.
well, I don't think you really missed, too much, but Advanced Day and A Ball are fiend for the year. So no more ballers and dash highlights for me. So I only got 2 games per day for the next 2 weeks, and then I
Yeah,
should
and
be done.
a whole host of promotions that Ian just broke on Twitter.
It's true.
So, I mean, some of that's like they're trying to win the title, right? And some of those guys, their seasons don't need to be over. Like with some of the starters, like they're done. Like it's like Christian Opper's season, that's a fine, like first full season. But some of these relievers can keep pitching. There's no reason not to.
Yeah, the Christian Opper start today, he was really good. The home plate umpire was squeezing him really bad, and it ended up causing him to have a couple extra walks that he shouldn't have had, and put him in some counts that he shouldn't have been in, and that was frustrating. But he looks really good,
Yeah,
and
his stuff is awesome.
he's living 95 to 100, and that's into his last inning today. So I think his like next to last pitch or something was 99.
Yeah, it's why I mean Tommy John surgeries are like fickle, but it's why I'm like really interested in seeing Blake Larson next year because like I had heard similar things from him in Arizona, from guys that we're hearing about Fauski and Carlson right now. Like I heard the same, like, hey, they changed a couple things with Blake Larson and he's throwing really hard. Well, and then, he blew out obviously, but as long as he comes back like fine, he could be the guy that's interesting. That's like closing the season next year in Kannapolis that we're talking about.
Yeah, for sure. That would be nice. All right, so to the comment section here, basically what's going on with Braden Montgomery, other than it's probably just precautionary. I wouldn't worry about it. He's got a couple of weeks left, so it's not like they needed to rush him in to get him there, and he's got other things going on. So I'm not really all that worried about it. I wouldn't think that you should be.
Never happened. So they might just feel comfortable kind of with that season being over.
Yeah, entirely possible. So
Uncle
what do you?
Ted, I knew it. With all the Montgomery and Teal homers, he'd be in here.
Yeah,
Lefty pull power, baby.
Yeah, I mean, um, yeah, that helps. I mean, I did anybody see this coming from Coulson Montgomery though? No,
No,
not really.
no,
So, I mean,
no,
we can say "I told you so" all you want,
no.
but I
They won't be
mean,
coming from me, man.
yeah,
I haven't even tweeted about Coulson Montgomery because I'm terrified of like the tweets in 2 years when it like looks stupid. So
yeah, exactly.
like,
Um,
like, oh yeah, you should have waited, dummy. Like, I mean, look, we have brought up like if he could play shortstop and be a low average like home run hitter it's a pretty functional regular big leaguer. I didn't think it would be 20 bombs in 70 games or whatever it is,
Yep.
but I'm not surprised that the other parts of the game are like that it's power and not a ton else. But his BABIP is super low still, and his defense has been pretty good.
So apparently our audio is going in and out. I
Really?
don't really know what to do about that.
Is it
Um,
mine? I can't hear it, but
I don't know. I hear you perfectly fine, so I
yeah,
have
I
no
can hear you
idea.
too.
If anything, it would be a connection issue. He says it's James' computer.
Okay.
I
Well,
don't know if that's true or not. Um,
I don't know. What should I do?
I can hear you. You can hear me. So
Yeah,
I don't really know.
yeah.
So as baseball mentions, I don't think that you would have to really worry about the Coulson Montgomery slap back 2 years later, because I think everybody else is doing you a favor by talking about extending Coulson Montgomery already, you know,
Right.
for multiple years and hundreds of millions of dollars. So I think that you'd probably be safe. There's also, the fact that, as we have mentioned before, when people brought up the fact that they didn't think that he was going to stick at shortstop, turns out that, as mentioned in the comments, his DRS is top 10, I think, in shortstops in baseball, and he's only played 50, like 53 games or something.
Yeah, like, it's been good, and, like, that's why I thought just, like, the automatic move to third was premature, and, like, he might look, the next really good White Sox team, like, if he's their third baseman, like, I never like, yeah, that's very possible, um, when you have somebody better at short, but, I mean, I just, like, kind of like what it allows you to do, like, on the corners, right? Because like, you have Vargas, like, I really don't want Vargas, like, primary first base. So it, like, lets you play Vargas at third when you can, right? And I think, like, Curtis Mead looks okay, and they're probably gonna give him a bit of a shot, and, I mean, as of right now, like, you have Sosa, and you have Mydroth, and you have all these guys, like, I just think leaving Coulson at shortstop and solving one spot, like, seems to make the most sense to me.
Yeah. I mean, we've also covered this. He's too tall.
Mhm, yeah.
Um, and he's too old to be drafted as well. I think that just like encompasses all things Colson Montgomery.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's been pretty impressive. I mean, it's definitely, like, the White Sox story, right? And I can think like all these guys, like, look, we've been fans of Edgar Caro here. Like, I don't think either one of us are too terribly surprised. Like, rookies are generally bad. Um, and he has his like shortcomings, but like he's been pretty good. And Kyle Teal looks pretty good. I think Mydroth like is what he is, but I do think like, as far as star power goes, right? Like, Coulson Montgomery is by far the most exciting. Like, that's the type of thing that gets, like, young fans to, like, come to the ballpark and see some, like, giant dude hit dingers, basically.
Yeah,
Like,
100%. Uh, wow, MILB Central just posted that Jordan Sprinkle moved to Double A.
ugh,
That
okay.
is 100. If that is happening, that
It's
is
a base stealer
100%
move?
a defensive slash pinch running move.
Yeah.
That's what that
They're
is.
trying to win a title. I mean, it's, like, important to them, and, I mean, it's kinda weird that so, like, I'm sure we were gonna get into it anyway, but, like, Tanner McDougal, right? To me, like, Tanner McDougal, I thought would finish the season in the big league bullpen because it just makes sense because he's gonna get protected in December. It's a Bannister thing. Like, hey, take a look at this big giant dude that throws 100. Like, it is kind of cool. I don't know how important he is to winning a title in Birmingham because he's throwing 3 innings. But they very clearly like want the Southern League title again, and he's still there.
Yeah. My thought was that actually, as far as the title goes in Double A, is that Shane Murphy was more important to that than Tanner McDougal is, just simply because every time you
Right,
blink,
you
you
get more
miss.
innings too.
Yeah, you miss
Yeah.
Tanner's outing if you blink. I mean, it's like, the last one was like a little here and there,
Yeah.
but I mean, a couple of lucky hits here and a couple of squeezed strike zones, and he's going to have an outing like that. But Shane Murphy, he'll go out and he'll toss 7 innings of shutout ball or one run ball,
Yeah.
keeps you in a game, especially when you're in the playoffs. That should be important. I kind of, I mean, and I mean, let's just call a spade here. Is that Charlotte's not important? There's like
No,
not
no.
really anybody there that really is that they should really be all that worried about. Like I love Tim Elko, but I'm not worried about him. And as far as his stats go, he's going to continue to hit home runs and putting up a decent average and whatever. But that's not important, and nobody cares about what Charlotte's record is because they've been bad all year.
Yeah, and it's a lot of veterans on that team. Like, that's a AAA team. Like all these guys. So, do you think, like, Shane Murphy getting the call to Charlotte, like, does that, like, signify anything? Does that mean he's definitely protected this, like, December? Like, because they got some tough decisions to make. We don't have to
I
do it
mean,
tonight, but we gotta do it. Like,
yeah, no, yeah, eventually. I mean, I would think that maybe they are trying to see what he does to
yeah,
see if they think that
he's
he's
the
worth
type of
keeping around.
but he's the type of guy who should be pretty good there.
I mean, I would think so. I mean, he's one of those guys that I think that, with his command, that he should be able to get outs no matter where he goes. Now, how is it going to project in Major League Baseball? Well, that's like the final test. I mean, like no matter how much I see him up until AAA, I can think that he's going to translate to Major League Baseball. But until he actually does it, we don't actually know.
Yeah. Kevin, I can briefly. All I'm talking about is the Rule 5 draft. So typically players in their 4th year out of college and then 5th year out of either high school or internationally. So it's what? It's Coulson's no, it's the 2022 draft. So it's Noah Schultz's draft, but Noah Schultz was a high school player, so he's like not up yet. So think about it that way as far as like Peyton Pillette was a second round pick, right? So you've had a Rule 5 draft in 22, 23, 24. Now it'll be 25. He's eligible, basically. So Peyton Pillette, um, Tanner McDougal, Tyler Schweitzer, Shane Murphy, Mason Adams, even though he's like injured, he's not on the 40 man. And then another sneaky one is Aldrin Bautista, who like Ian saw pitch today on video, obviously, but saw him pitch today. I mean, that's 6 names. Like I could make the argument to protect all of them.
Did you mention Duncan Davitt
I
as
did
well?
not. He's on there too, and so is
Yeah,
Ben Peoples, I believe.
and Sammy Zavala, which is, I
Which
mean, I know that he's far away,
yeah, I don't think anybody
but
would take him. I mean,
yeah,
even like Bautista, man, would like a really bad team take him and throw him in the pen? I don't know. But like those other guys, if you leave any of those other 5 unprotected, like any of them could go in a Rule 5 draft.
oh,
So
Mark McLaughlin as well.
so
What
it'll
about
just
him?
kind of really depend on who they like really believe in. Like I would think Mason Adams, Tanner, and Paulette are probably the locks, but I don't know. It's gonna be. I'll write about it here pretty soon. Um, but yeah, I mean they actually and look, like they can create some spots on the 40 man, and they're gonna lose some vets, but there's other guys that are on the 60-day DL that are gonna be back on the 40 man. So it's not super easy to just protect everybody. And we've kind of talked. I mean, people are in the chat like talking about their second half record. Like, I mean, I could make the argument that they should spend some money and try to win next year. So that's more guys going on your 40 man. Like if you want to add 5 or 6 free agents, and even if they're cheap guys, like they're going to be on your 40 man roster. So yeah, I think it's a crunch. I think they have some decisions to make.
Yeah, I wasn't saying that I thought Sammy Zavala would be taken. I'm just more or less like when I looked at the list and I saw Sammy Zavala's name on there, I was like, "You kidding me? He just got here."
Yeah, well, he's probably signed in 21. I'm guessing
Yeah,
with the Padres. That's probably because that's how Bautista was too.
yeah. Yes, the old Schwarber argument. And
Yes.
like the thing is that I understand what people are saying here. Is they're saying, well, they need to have the DH open to play both catchers. If you get a shot at getting a 50 home run guy,
Yeah, you just do it.
you do it.
Yeah, and
Sorry.
Kyle Teal can get it. Kyle Teal can get an outfield glove. Like if you. So here's what I will say about Schwarber, and like we would have an emergency podcast for Kyle Schwarber. I don't think they think they're ready to sign a qualifying offer free agent, and it's not because of the money. It's because you're forfeiting the second pick in the second round and like $3 million basically. That's like the part of the rules that like absolutely kills you. Um, because that's like a super important pick paired with their first pick. And I don't know what it'll be. It'll be like 40 or something, but you know, with if they handle their if the draft works out the way they want it to, the lottery, and they have the money that I think they're going to have, I mean, that could be like a $3.5 million player, which is like a top 25 pick, basically.
Yep. So do you want to go to do you want to keep on the major league side as far as this stuff goes, or do you want to go to minor league stuff
Yeah,
first?
let's just stay in the big leagues for now. Just like it's been fun. Like it's I thought it would be more fun than last year, obviously, because there was just like for as dead as that team was. There was just nobody important on it because nobody mattered. Like it didn't. It was almost like they won 41 games, right? And a lot of people were like very upset and distraught, and eh, like I'd rather have it not be my team, right? Especially when you can only pick 10th. But I mean, like I wasn't that invested because like none of those players mattered at all. Like it was like random Oakland A's teams that were bad. Where like none of these guys, like you couldn't even get half the guys on the Sporkle quiz. Um, but these guys all matter. Like most of these guys are going to be on your team going forward. So this is super interesting. I don't like to go super crazy over like what happens in September because it's weird. But at least it's a core of players. And I think it's interesting that some of the mainstream Chicago media has broached the topic of like have their hitting like prospects overtaken their pitching prospects. I think that's always just like an interesting talking point. I mean, they have a lot of pitching coming back, and we kind of like follow this stuff more closely. So I guess I would say that it's still probably deeper in pitching, but it is interesting that the position players they've targeted look like long term pieces, at least right now.
Yeah, it's been working out pretty well. Um, the Lenny Sosa thing.
Yeah. Like
He's been
what do you do? He
yeah.
can hit. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I mean today another he 450-foot home run to center field in Comerica or whatever the heck they're calling it these days, and then another single up the middle that brings in two to give them the lead. Um, I defended him. You defended him. That he could probably be
I
a
didn't think he'd do this, but yes. Like, yeah.
no. Yeah, I didn't think that he would be leading the team and hitting 20 home runs just simply because we never seen him do that before.
Right.
But turns out that he's capable of
I
hitting
mean,
a cookie. You
so
know,
he always kind of did this where he would like start slow and then take off. He did it for an extended period in the big leagues. Like this is kind of like and they'd given up on some guys, right? Like Romy Gonzalez, I think, is not a
he's
regular.
doing well
I
in
don't think
Boston.
I don't know that he's a regular, but he's like definitely, good enough to I think be like a short side like option that it's gonna play for a long time. And like the Sox kind of gave up on him when they could have just played him all last year. And Sosa like didn't get that treatment. He just kept hanging on. And now he's gonna have like 25 bombs.
I don't know. I mean, maybe
He can't
he'd
hit
have
five
to.
more. He can hit five more, can
I
he?
mean, he
What do they
could.
got? Three
I just don't
weeks?
know if he
2
will.
weeks?
Yeah,
I don't. Yeah.
yeah, it's
Okay.
possible.
Split the difference, and he'll hit 22 and a half home runs.
Yeah, if he gets some of that Coulson mojo going on, yeah, he could certainly hit
Well,
five more.
Colson's gonna hit 20 in his limited time. He just keeps hitting them.
Yeah, it's pretty bonkers.
Kevin asked about so Sean Anderson brought up something about whether Sosa and Benny are on the team. I mean, probably. I don't know how they get off Benintendi.
Yeah,
I mean, there's some questions there as far as like I would, like understand if they just like ate the money. It's like not something they've typically done. I've talked about like if they could trade him for like an underwater pitching contract, that would be like a good use of resources, I think. Um, I don't think you can have Benintendi and Talkman, and I kind of like Talkman, but I just kind of think like you'll tender Talkman and trade him if you're stuck with Benintendi. So yeah, I think lots of moving parts. Look, if they turn around this offseason and trade Sosa, like I'm not gonna be surprised at all. But I'm
Yeah.
also like now thinking like maybe they kind of have to keep him.
Yeah. I
But
I mean, as it is,
it has to be second base though, right? Like
yeah.
cuz I want them like it's not going to be Schwarber, but I think they should be in the first base market. Like I think one of those lefty first base guy like you should get one of them.
Yeah, I don't know how they get out from that Bennett. I mean, you got 2 more years of Benintendi. I just don't know that. I mean, nobody else is going to eat that. You'd have to eat it, and I don't. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know
you'd
that
have to
they're
have something that's going to push him out of the way and be worth eating that money.
Well, and the thing that the worst part about it is they don't want him playing outfield, but I think like we're going to want the two catchers playing together.
But we don't want him DHing either.
That's what I mean because like I feel like it's got to be a lot of Caro and Teal DHing, you know, and you're going to have like say Mydroth and Sosa are on your team. One of them, I mean, they're going to do stuff like that too. Where like Coulson DHs, Mydroth plays short, Sosa plays second. Like you need the DH spot open.
Yep.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
gonna be interesting.
unless you sign a Schwarber,
Right. Well, then yeah,
at that point, then
then
you're
you just have a DH. Right.
yeah, then you just have a guy who just hits dingers, and I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep it sort of on the major league side here, and you in particular have been catching some flack. I know a couple of other people have as well, but of course, the quote tweet warriors come looking for you.
Oh yeah, they love it. It's fine. I probably deserve it this time, but I'm also glad because I hope that it was because of people like me. That would be great. That would be so rewarding.
Yeah, I mean, if so, what we're talking about here is James has gotten killed a couple of times, even though he's not the first one who brought it up. It was actually Hit Sox Machine that brought it up online and actually said that he had gotten called up. But you know, James had tweeted saying that Clevinger was going to make his way up and that it was going to be a start for Monday or something. I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out. You got so many people that always come hunting for you, but you didn't make this up. You literally got it from a White Sox beat reporter.
I did, and like I'm not gonna out that person, but look, so I should have maybe knew when they didn't want to break the story, but I'm getting texts that are like tomorrow's gonna be an interesting day, and I'm like, oh god, why, you know? And it was like, oh, Boozer's going down for Clevinger, right? So it was like going around. Like, look, like I'll own it because like I tweeted it, and then like in the replies, I was like, people were like, "Who's your source?" And I'm like, "Oh, the source is me. Like he's coming up, right?" And then it was either wrong from the beginning, or they looked at social media and changed their mind because it was a terrible idea. Now, full disclosure, right? I'm not like one of these people who's like gonna not watch the White Sox because Mike Clevinger's pitching. I don't care that much about the other stuff, right? The stuff where people like never want to see this man again. I don't want to see him again because I think it's pointless, like in September, to see him when you could just pitch somebody younger. So, like, they still didn't bring up the guys I wanted up. So I still don't, you know what I mean? Like, when it's some other journeyman instead of him, like, I still don't feel great. But, like, if a huge part of your fan base hates this guy, like, why are you bothering? Like, you know, and it's just, hopefully Chris Getz had a change of heart, or they just were, you know, Jim was wrong and the people who told me were wrong. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna see Mike Clevinger, and hopefully it's like never again. Just because it gets pointless. It doesn't make any sense. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I mean the guy's pitched okay at AAA. He's been okay, but there are other people that I would much rather see. I also think about the optics for top prospects in your organization when you're bringing this guy up to the major leagues and your guys are sitting down there. And I'm just going to throw this out there. When I'm getting DMs/text messages from some of those parents saying, "What are these guys doing?" And I say, "I don't know." You know, it's kind of concerning because if they're texting me and saying, "What are these guys doing?" Obviously there are feelings from both the player and the parents that they're talking and they're saying, "What is this organization doing? Why are they doing this to guys that supposedly, they're in their top 30 prospects? They're obviously more talented than this guy at this point in his career,
Yeah.
or at least certainly worth more of a look than look. I mean, we know what Clevinger is.
Yeah, I mean, even
He's an innings eater at best.
yeah, like if you don't want to bring up Tanner McDougal because you want to keep giving like Gomez and Perez starts and you want to see Burke and Cannon again, that's totally different than like not bringing up Peyton Pallette so you can pitch Mike Clevinger out of the bullpen 3 days a week. Like it doesn't make any sense. Now, look, there are some veterans on the pitching staff who I think we could make the argument that like you could just dump them too and like we could see kids like that, that's like what you and I would prefer, but like I just yeah, like that. I mean, he was like you tipped me off originally because he was scratched. He was scratched because they were gonna freaking call him up. Like they were gonna bring him up, and then they changed their mind. Why did they change their mind? Was it because of White Sox Twitter? Maybe. I hope so. That would
It's
be awesome.
possible.
But I
I
don't. I
hope
don't
that
know.
that's what it
I
is, that
don't
they are
know that
actually
answer.
listening.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know.
either.
But something changed because when it was like who came up, it was like Tyler Gilbert or somebody for Boozer. And when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, good." But then I was like, "Oh God," because my mentions are going to be a wreck that it's not Clevenger. But that's fine. I
Yeah.
can I can deal with it. I'm busy in the fall.
Yeah, when I saw that it was Gilbert, I was like, "Oh, well, this is gonna get interesting."
Yeah, this is going to get fun. Yeah, yeah. Oh boy. Like
And
yeah,
I'm fine, like, I mean, I'd rather you take a bullet,
yeah.
than have to see Clevenger,
Well, but
just
I
saying.
wanted it. I don't even mind like I wanted it out there preemptively that I thought it was stupid. Like, doesn't make any sense. And I had a tweet about, like, you wanna alienate prospects, like, this is how you do it. It's true. We hear from people. I'm not gonna say their names, but you can probably figure it out, like, yeah, I mean, like, think about it, and it's probably that person. But, I mean, yeah, like, it's ridiculous.
Yep. So baseball, why is Robertson still here? I don't know, because he plays the outfield and he plays a good outfield, and Luis
Yeah,
Robert's injured.
played a
That's my
good
guess.
outfield today.
Yeah, he did.
Jesus, it's like catch of the
Yeah.
year. Or was that
Yeah, pretty
yesterday?
good.
That was
I know it's
today,
today.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm losing it, guys. Like, I saw the highlight, but
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what happens when you're running all over the place.
yeah, well, there is that. We got Trey's boy back on the team too. I saw yesterday.
Trey's boy? Which one are we
Yeah,
talking about?
who we had the who's the guy that they traded Christian Mena for that's back on the team?
Oh, Dom Fletcher.
Yeah, Dom Fletcher is back in the big leagues.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean
Yep.
he's been pretty good in Charlotte, but
Yeah, he has. He's had a pretty good year. I mean, he's played a pretty decent outfield, above average for sure, and like the power's been pretty good as well. Um,
yeah. So Wolf asked, like, isn't it 40-man considerations? Yeah, but like, so I only expect it. Like, I don't expect them to bring up like Noah Schultz and like start a clock or anything. But like, you're gonna add Tanner McDougal and Peyton Pallette in December anyway. So like, doing it now doesn't really matter that much. Now, I guess technically, if you were to bring them up and then option them back, like you would burn an option. But like, why you don't need to do that? They just leave
yeah.
them up.
Let's see here. Kevin asks what our thoughts are about Leisure and Wickelman. Moments are looking pretty good the last month. They could be a part of the future plan.
Yeah, I mean, either one of them could be in their next like good bullpen. I mean, Leisure like kind of makes me crazy a little bit, but like the underlying stats are good, and I mean, his stuff's pretty good. Like when he's good, he's pretty solid, but there's just been like enough times where like I've been watching or been at the game when he's like been terrible that like I'm always like a little worried. Um, Wickelman I like though. I mean that like Wickelman, he's probably a seventh inning guy, but pretty good.
I kind of feel the same way about both of them. Is that they both have the possibility of just completely blowing up, but they can also be really nasty. So it's just a consistency thing. If they can figure out the consistency thing, then we're sorted.
Yeah.
Um,
Should we, and this is like kind of off like topic here, but we talk about this like young core group of guys, right, that are going to be here. Should we include Brooks Baldwin in that?
I think so. Um, but like here's the issue is that we have, and I like Brooks a lot, and he's a great dude, great baseball mind. I know that what you're going to say, not you in particular, but like what people are going to say is that, they've seen him make wrong throws in the outfield. They've seen him, misplay balls and stuff like that. He's a young player. That's going to happen, but that kid's a gamer and he does know the game of baseball really, really well. And he does a lot of smart things that other guys don't do. So, I mean, I like him. I just, do we have the spot for him? Like if you've got Mydroth, you've got Baldwin, you've got Sam Antonacci on his way. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like at some point, like there's only going to be so many spots for a super utility guy. And it's
Well, his
like if you've got 4 super utility guys, at some point, shouldn't one of them just get a position and play? You
right, and
can't
his
have
overall
4 of those guys.
numbers are not great. Um, but he's been better, like since this like last time that he's come out. Like 90 game, he does have 9 homers and he plays everywhere. So like I think he could hit 15 bombs in a season and play a bunch of different spots. I don't know that he'll get on base enough, but I mean, yeah, it's like one of these guys who you don't want to like discard, but you have like all these similar guys. I mean, Antonacci is basically lefty Mydroth. Like how quickly do they make that move? Yeah, I don't know. Like he's probably in Charlotte next year, and then we're talking about, especially if he has a big fall league. But it's not gonna be. Hopefully, like Elijah and Dylan aren't listening. But I mean, like it's not gonna be a ton of impact. He's a big leaguer. He's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, I think
But it's
Baldwin's
not
got
somebody
more
that
pop than all these other
he does.
guys.
He definitely does.
So, and I wonder, like one of the things that they told Mydroth is they wanted to see more power out of his bat. Did they say the same thing to Antonacci?
I mean, yeah, I would think so. Because if he could hit 10 homers a year, he'd be really good.
I mean, he's still really good.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
have 10 home runs then.
Yeah.
uh so baseball's asking all sorts of questions here, so I might as
Yeah.
well
I
go
see
ahead and
that.
answer.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's a battery of questions. Also, baseball. When I tweet about somebody, don't ask me questions about other people. Just send me a DM.
Yeah,
It's
DMs
fine.
are open. Both of us
Yeah,
and the FutureSox account have open DMs.
I didn't answer you earlier because I knew I was coming on here in an hour and I was on a walk with my wife. So there's that. What was the one that he? So here's this: is Schultz still going to be in the fall league?
I
Uh,
hope so.
we will talk. We're gonna check in on Hagen and Noah here in a second. So I'll answer that one in a minute. Where's the other one? You said, isn't Mena trash? And I
Eh,
wanted to address this.
eh.
He added 4 miles an hour to his fastball on his way out the door as soon as he got to Arizona. This year, he's had he got a shoulder injury in June, and so he's been out for a while, and he hasn't thrown off of a mound. So, uh,
Lots of
like they
walks.
say,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, there can be. I don't know. He pitched pretty well in a couple of appearances here for the Diamondbacks. I wouldn't say that he's trash. I'd say that he's got some upside. Just whether he realizes that, I do not know. All
Yeah.
right. So, do you want to move on to Hagen and Noah since
Yeah. There
we're
are
getting
like Brian
pressed?
Ramos questions too. He's very
All
puzzling. I
right.
don't know what they're going to do with Brian Ramos. I don't. He's on the 40 now. Does he stay there all off season? I don't know. Um, so we'll see. I mean, he's playing a little bit. He's on the big league team right now. I think he probably needs to like play some outfield to stick personally, but we'll see what they say about him like this summer or this winter. I mean,
Yeah, it's a. I feel like we've got so many of the same guy and everything hinges on which guy is the guy that takes the opportunity the most and does the most with it.
Well, Sosa's
Because
kind of done it.
I
Like
mean, you got Vargas, who you thought was going to be that guy who went on a tear, but then he goes on a cold break for a
yeah.
while.
And then he was hot again and got hurt again.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of him. Because the OPS plus is pretty good, but you still look over and he's hitting like 220. I
Yeah, I
mean,
think that
granted, it's
start
that
killed him.
start killed him. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah,
I
see,
don't
I
know if
still think
Ramos could do
like
better.
I still think Vargas can be a regular at third. I don't know that it's enough power at first. But I think he's definitely on next year's team, and he's like one of the, like one of the guys that's in the mix. And I always hear great things about him, like character, that stuff. Like his dad played in Cuba, like they really like that kid. So
Yeah,
I think he's going to be on the team. We'll just
yeah.
how good he's going to be, I don't know.
That's the question. And it's like, how long is it going to take for him to become consistent, whatever. And I can, uh, multiple people that I talk to love that kid, and he was super nice to me. Gave my kid his first baseball at a minor league game. Um, just a super nice guy. So
Yeah, I mean, if he's hitting like, I mean, look, if Coulson Montgomery and Kyle Teal are really good, and he's like hitting like with them, I mean, maybe that helps a little bit, right? It's like he was miserable last year on a miserable team with miserable people, like it was like terrible.
Uncle Ted's over here talking about Donald Rumsfeld playing first base. I don't know what he's. I don't know what
Yeah,
this is even about.
yeah. Well, Secretary of
Um.
Defense, baby.
So Hagen Smith pitched this week. Back to 4 walks,
Yeah,
struck out 7.
Velo was better, right?
I don't
Similar.
know. See, that's the thing is
We
that
don't know. Yeah.
the Chattanooga Lookouts have such a trash broadcast that I don't know unless they happen to pan to the outfield right after a pitch. I can't see the
Okay.
pitch velocity. So I
So
don't know if
the
he was
previous
still up there.
start, though, he was back up, kind of what we were hoping for all year.
Yeah, he hit 98 in that game.
Yeah, so like me and Ian talked like a little bit before we got on, and obviously like Hagen's been an enigma, and even with like all the struggles and like the concerns with the walks and like the deviation of his like fastball velocity, like the dude has a 3.64 ERA with a 3.44 FIP in Birmingham, like in Double A. He has 102 strikeouts and 71 and 2/3 innings. It's 50 walks though. It's way too many. The big number for me, like he's up to 71 innings pitched. I'm hoping he can get to 80 before the fall league, and if he can get 20 more, like 100 is a decent spot to end at with all the missed time. And then that puts him right in the mix for. I mean, they'll be talking about him making the team out of spring training next year. He won't because they would be crazy to do that. They'll send him either to Birmingham or Charlotte, but he puts himself back. Not the fast tracked ace that we thought, but back on track to like pitch in Chicago in 2026 at least.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'll agree with that. As long as the velocity's back up, I'm perfectly fine. As I mentioned numerous times, is that uh, regardless of what many people have tweeted at us and responded to us in tweets about our questions about Hagen Smith, neither one of us are praying for Hagen Smith's downfall, and we actually do want him to be good. We just have concerns. It's kind of what we do here is we kind of take a look at the prospects and we talk about their positives and their negative takeaways. And there were a couple leading up till now. And as long as the velo's back, I can take the walks if he's not allowing any hits or runs.
Yeah, me too. Because it's like if it's the Carlos Rodon playbook, I'm good with that. But he's got to be like 96 to 98, like consistently.
Let's
So
see.
there's some
Wolfesque.
stuff here. Yeah, I mean, yeah, dude, Johnny. So that's the other thing that like I was like take. I mean, like Ian's like maybe the lowest guy on Jonathan Cannon at FutureSox. than he was like when he was a prospect too. And that doesn't mean he like thought he was bad. He just, you know, kind of thought he was a number 5. Eh, Like, but number 5 starters like with third round picks are like pretty. I mean, he was like pitching in the majors, and he's not great. Um, and I think he's better than he's been. Like, there's people that think it like they like come after me because it's like a terrible because I said it was a good pick. It is a good pick.
Yeah.
It's still a
Yeah.
good pick. If he does nothing else, it's a good pick. Like third rounders don't make the majors. Like, what are we doing? Like this, you know. And I don't think Jonathan Cannon will be in their rotation the next time they're really good. He'll probably be in somebody's rotation though, because there's just not enough pitchers like out there for him to not be at least like an up and down starter for somebody.
Yeah, he's a major league pitcher for sure. I just, like the inconsistency that he's shown, which isn't normal for him. Like
No.
if you watch his entire career before this, he was generally pretty even keel. So the fact that he's had like kind of some weird stuff going on is actually foreign to him, and it's going to be one of those things that he has to figure out. Um, do I think he's a number 5? Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
pretty much always been my take on
He's
him.
like a
Is
number
that
he's like a number 6. Like a
yeah,
he's a 5.5 starter. Like, you
five and a
know.
half.
Yeah. Kevin, that's a great point. Like he doesn't have like the strike like the 2 strike swing and miss offering that you just like kind of need to have. And his location isn't good enough to not have that like right now.
Uh, I very
Interesting.
much disagree. Baseball.
Yeah. So I- like I don't mind if they trade him, but I think he's pretty good. You know,
Yeah,
like if they decide they have a ton of pitching and they can get a couple guys for Davis Martin and you decide to trade him, like I completely understand that because he's like going to be
yeah.
29. Um, but I like him. I've always liked him.
And he's been pretty consistent. Like he hardly ever blows up, which is
Yeah, like he's
something I'm not saying is
very
number 1. But
yeah he's very consistent.
what's up,
Trey,
Trey? It's our TV star,
yeah,
resident TV
what's
star
up,
Trey
man?
Williams. How you doing, buddy? Um, so
We
I'll
already
answer
Trey,
this.
we already talked about Dominic Fletcher, so
Your guy, Vince asks, "What's the latest with Drew Thorpe?" I don't know, and I mean, I could do some digging and find out, but that guy doesn't talk to any media at all.
anyone, yeah, he was in the
So
dugout like a month ago.
yeah, I know that he was hanging out in Chicago. What that
Yeah,
means, I
so
don't know.
yeah, I'm sure he came for his like checks and I mean, like he's gonna what is he gonna be doing in spring training? Like probably nothing, right? Like or he'll be like maybe throwing but not close. Like when did he have he had surgery like at the end of spring training, so like on the high end, like we might see him like next June ish, maybe
I mean, I think we
May
should
June,
probably
yeah,
at least see him in the same 3 inning 45 pitch nonsense that we see everybody else in for
yeah,
like half of the year next year to start.
yeah. So I mean, yeah, he's like I mean, if you told me he's like in their rotation at midseason and he's throwing much harder, like I would believe you. But like Tommy John's weird.
Yep. Trey Williams says some fun baseball this week. Thank you so much for the super chat, Trey. We
Yeah,
appreciate you.
there's one like 7 of 8 or 6 of 7 or something. It's like
7 of 8.
it's like
Yeah.
insane. They're trying to not lose 100.
Yeah, and Trey's hanging out. He's up in Minneapolis, so he gets to go and watch the White Sox sweep the Twins 4 days, first time ever.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What a terrible franchise. My God. Like imagine being a like look, we were in it last year. Like we like the future looks bleak and you win 41 games, but I mean like the Twins thought they were getting like a big boy owner and then within a matter of what like months they had no new owner and sold their entire team off. And like it was probably the right move because like at certain point like if you're not going to spend more like you need to take a step back. Ultimately we'll find out like, you know, if the prospects they got like can get them back in contention like within the next couple of years, but I I think the White Sox finish ahead of the Twins in 2026.
So I mentioned Trey went to the games up in Minnesota, and one of my favorite things that Trey posted while he was at the games is that the Twins still have Carlos Correa and Yohan Duran and Griffin Jack signs up
Oh,
hanging from
that's brutal.
That is downright irresponsible and just smacks of
Yeah, that's
being a
bad.
terrible franchise.
That's really bad.
Despite what Ted Schwarters or whatever his name is will
Yeah,
tell you.
I know. Like, dude, that's brutal. I mean, the Sox, the most the Sox will do is like leave the jerseys in their team store and make them like $25 or whatever, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah, because everybody wants your stars that are gone jerseys. Like
yeah.
literally, who wants those?
Well,
Nobody.
so I even contemplated like I have a ton of bobbleheads. Like I even contemplated like what to do with the ones of like the last failed core. Like do I really need Eloy Jimenez White Sox bobbleheads? You know,
The
like
only one that I would probably keep would be the Robert and
Eloy one where they're like
Eloy one.
running into each other. Yeah, like that
Yeah,
one's
yeah,
kind of cool.
that one's funny.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like there's like I have a Moncada ones, I have Tim Anderson ones. Like, yeah, I mean, like at least Tim Anderson was like a White Sox first rounder, and like the Field of Dreams stuff is cool. But yeah, I mean, there's just like a landmine of Lance Lynn bobbleheads and like just like whatever.
Didn't Eloy sign with somebody recently?
Yes, he signed a minor league deal with the Blue Jays.
That's who it was.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of. You know what my favorite signings are at this time of year? Did you see who the
Hmm.
Cubs signed in the minors or to a
Well, I
minor
know
league
that they
deal?
gave up a guy to us
They
on
signed
waivers.
Billy Hamilton to a minor league deal, and that's
Ooh,
totally just get in the playoffs and have him be on your team to like steal a bag. And
yeah, that's like
I love that.
Duke Ellis promotion.
Yeah, I
You
love it.
know?
Like
Yeah.
go hang out in Des Moines until the playoffs start, and then you'll be on our team.
Yeah. Speaking of, have you happened to? And this is a totally random thing, but have you happened to look at seen Duke Ellis's stats this year?
No, what team is he? What org is he with?
He's with the Yankees.
So they got him and then got him through, like to
Yes,
outright him or whatever. Yeah.
he's finally healthy this year. He's hitting with the Triple A Scranton
Yeah.
Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders. He's hitting 349 with an 894 OPS.
Wow.
He's
Good for
finally
him.
healthy, and he's doing what I always
Well,
thought he could, just couldn't stay healthy.
I wonder if the Yankees would bring him up
I mean,
for playoffs. Yeah.
you never know. That dude's fast.
Yeah.
I like him.
So Howard said he couldn't understand the Griff. See, I completely understand the Griffey bobblehead because that's like at least nostalgic. Like that was a playoff team. Like
True.
he made a big throw in like the game that got like they don't have many playoff appearances, man. Like these teams are sacred. Like I remember like all of their playoff games because they don't have that many.
Hey, he made a really nice throw
Right. That's
once.
what I mean. Yeah.
There you go. You get a bobblehead. You make a throw, you get a bobblehead.
Yeah, like I got the Ray Durham one this year. Like Ray Durham's pretty good for a while. But I mean
And
it's
I
Ray
mean,
Durham.
as you know, Beef MSS and Chirizi proved, if you've got a podcast, you get a bobblehead too.
Yeah. Come on, Brooks Boyer. Like what are we doing? I don't think he likes me very much because of the Benetti stuff, like, but I'll take a bobblehead.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
That's
could
pretty
even
cool.
make me look stupid and like I don't care. That's fine.
Yeah, I just do that by myself, but you want to do it on a bobblehead, that's fine too. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, our buddies in from the from the 108 are having a bobblehead night
Yeah.
group thing on Tuesday of next week.
Yeah.
So if you can get out to that, you could get a 108 bobblehead, and it's
You could have a
pretty
bobblehead
cool.
of beef loaf. It's fantastic. He should be eating a McRib, I think, though. That's
Ooh,
the only
that's a
that
good call.
that's the only mistake, I think.
Yes, indeed.
So
Kevin
yeah.
brings up Ray Durham.
Did you
I
see?
loved Ray Durham too.
Did you see the Jose Abreu thing?
I did not.
So that's interesting. So he's coming back next week to throw out a first pitch.
Oh, nice. They're gonna sign him for
So
last game.
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Does that mean jersey retirement in 2026, or is this like where we're headed? Like, because some of the jerseys that are retired at that place, like he's probably like you
He
know,
won an MVP. I mean, granted, you can call him
yeah.
Mickey Mouse if you want because it was 2020, but I don't care. He earned
Yeah, I
it.
mean, like, his numbers, like, in White Sox history, like, are pretty good. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he's next. And it's funny because he's, like, a super unique, like, he's number 79, right? Like, it's, like, a super unique number.
It's not a very, like nobody else is asking for that number. So I mean, go ahead, throw
Yeah,
it
so
up
he's
there.
coming back for, like, it's, like, I think it's, like, Spanish night or something. So, he's throwing out the first pitch, and the Sox said that there would be, like the Sox said that there would be, like, more coming on it. My thoughts are, like, either he's gonna work in the organization in some capacity or, like, Jose Abreu Day next year, basically.
That would be. I mean,
Or
hey,
both.
if you could use him as a recruiting tool, it would certainly be worth it. I think to employ him. I mean, he was always one of those guys that all the younger guys all looked up to. So it would certainly not be a wasted money, in my opinion.
I mean, they let the terribly nice guy with the Indian head logo under his shirt, like, work for the team. So why not Jose Abreu?
Yeah, and they could draft his kid next year. Who knows?
Mr. Incredible, the former Indian.
Mr. Potato Head. Yep.
Yeah, well,
I could. You imagine like the nightmares that an Andy the Clown bobblehead
I
could
know.
induce, and if you hit a button and it would, do that noise that he made, that was, oh man, you could hear it all the way across the entire stadium.
Yeah.
Let's go White Sox, or whatever he said. I forget what he said.
I don't know. Did we get so we talked about Hagen. He's supposed to go to the fall league. Um Noah, we're like not sure, right? Because the injury, it's pretty vague. Um we were kind of told like we don't know whether it affects the fall league or not. And the White Sox aren't acting terribly concerned. Like they said that it was like precautionary, but I mean his knee still hurts and he had patellar tendonitis before. So hopefully he's healthy enough to pitch more this year because he's only at 73 innings pitched on the season.
Yeah, I think that it's entirely dependent upon the results from his doctor's visits that come up here in the next couple of weeks, and I don't know. We'll see. Because I don't know if have you ever had tendonitis before?
I've had it in an elbow and it's not great.
Yeah, I had it in my forearm, and it's kind of
Yeah.
one of those things, that it's like if like I went out and was shooting baskets a ton, and it's like if I continued to go out and shoot baskets at all, I would still have tendonitis in my like the muscle on the top of my
Hmm.
arm here, and it's like I basically just had to stop what I was doing because if I continued to do it, it was going to continue to linger, and so it's kind of one of those things. I hope that that's not what happens with the knee. That it's like he takes a couple weeks off, and then everything's back to normal. But I don't know. Uh, which one are?
Oh, somebody's a jokester again. You know, if you like look at the name,
Uh,
whatever. It's okay. That's fine.
yeah, way to go,
So,
pal.
so Ozzy, Vince, like I'm a little surprised that they haven't done the Ozzy like jersey retirement yet, because I thought he was next, and it looked like there was like a spot for 13 up there, right? Like, do you put like a manager's number up there? I don't know, maybe, but like,
Yeah, I mean, he's a longtime player with the club, and I mean, the of course the batting numbers weren't extraordinary, but the guy was real good with the glove, and obviously a manager of a World Series champion team. So I wouldn't,
yeah,
um,
well, I don't know. So, I mean, seasons are over in A ball. We've seen some promotions. Like out in Arizona, like we have whatever we the Bridge League and all that other stuff going on. So like guys in Kannapolis and Winston, are they done now? And what do they do basically?
well, I mean, some of them are going to go to instructions, but I think that it's like some of them are going to go and some of them aren't.
Yeah,
So
like some will go play winter ball. I would imagine, like like in a month here or whatever. Because the Arizona Fall League is like runs through late October, I think, but it starts like in September because Like usually runs like during the playoffs.
Yeah.
It starts. So it'll be pretty soon, and the Sox will have some interesting guys there.
So Adrian asks, how did you guys feel about Wilco's year? Um, the results could have been better, but personally, from me watching, I feel like the results. I think it's process over results for me personally at
Yeah,
this
like he
point.
cut the strikeout rate down a lot.
He did. He did. And I liked some of the changes that he made to his approach in the box later in the second half of the year. I mean, would I like to have seen 20, 25 home runs? Yeah, absolutely. But development is not linear.
No, no, it is not. There's some Dodgers talk over here. Like I get it. Like if I were a Dodger fan, I feel like I'd be probably like disappointed because the team's frustrating. But I mean, like their entire purpose is to win the tournament once the tournament starts. Like yeah, like they were supposed to win like 110 games or whatever. Like as long as they like get in and have home games or whatever, like they have like as good a shot as anybody does.
Yeah. I mean, I still think they're a very good team, so I don't know. I'm not particularly
Yeah,
um yes, George is 19 years old, yes.
yeah,
I mean,
still
he's
19. Insane.
still got plenty of time. So, I don't know. Oh man.
The Karen
I I
Higgins.
I I had thought about mentioning this a couple of days ago when it
Yeah.
happened. This whole baseball Karen Phillies thing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like what are people doing?
I don't know.
Like just give the ball to a kid. Like when I didn't have my own kids, like I think there was like 2 times in my life where I got foul balls and like I gave them to kids both times. Only, I didn't like seek out a child, right? But like there's like some random kid in my row with their parents or whatever and it's like I caught so Adam Dunn's final homer with the Sox. Me and my wife were sitting in the first row behind the White Sox bullpen. And the ball literally bounced in the bullpen and bounced right up to me and I caught it. And I handed it to some kid. And his parents are like, "Oh, are you sure, man?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like Adam
Adam
Dunn's
Dunn.
gonna be like DF. He's gonna. It was like the waiver deadline. It was like August. I was like, yeah, he's gonna be like on another team in like 4 days. Like, yeah, yeah, sure. Like it's fine. Like like I don't care. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Adrian asks if George is going to repeat.
I
Uh
don't. I don't think so.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't think so, but I mean, anything's possible for like the first month of the season, and then they bump him up. I
Hmm.
I don't know.
I
I'm
mean,
not.
they got a lot of outfielders coming back. Like if McLean ever plays
Yeah,
again, I feel
McLean
like
and
he's probably in Kannapolis, and
yeah,
some of your recent picks are probably in Kannapolis. One of those interesting guys. So an interesting guy that Elijah interviewed, Eli
Saki
Brown.
too.
Eli
Yeah,
Brown,
he's fun.
interesting.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
very
and
fun.
like he's probably never gonna have power, but he's a little like spark. So the thing that's interesting, right? And I'll say this now because Eli Brown brought it up. During our draft stuff, I talked to the Georgia area scout. I know him a little bit, Kevin Burrell, and he didn't really want me to put it out there that his counterparts from other orgs like didn't realize that Eli Brown was draft eligible. That's like really cool that Kevin Burrell like figured that out and literally told the kid like, "Hey, you're draft eligible and we might take you." Like, and I get it, right? I understand why he doesn't want that out there and like showing up like, I mean, because like he's friends with the area scouts from other teams, like they see each other at all these games. Like I totally understand that, but it's like
Yeah, you
wild.
still
It's
want to
like,
get one up on him, you
but
know?
it's wild that people like wouldn't know. Like I didn't know, but like I don't care. Like I didn't. It's not my job to know. So I just
Yeah,
like thought that was like super interesting that he's like a red shirt or he's like sophomore eligible and the kid didn't even know.
I'm gonna assume that Joe means Emmett Sheehan controversy with him switching around the baseball. Did you see that
Oh
on a first
yeah,
hit?
that wasn't even the most controversial thing that happened this week. What about Framber? My goodness gracious,
Oh
man!
yeah, crossing
Like,
up his catcher on
and
purpose.
then yeah, like Jesus, and showing like no remorse at all for it. Like holy smokes! He like
Yeah,
smoked that dude.
it's weird. This season's kind of gotten a little strange in the last couple of weeks. Vince asks if Scoople's going to get 300 million.
Yes.
I would assume so. Yeah,
Yes. Yes. Not from Detroit, but yes.
probably not. But hey,
Kevin, Kevin, I've seen a couple of questions about Venable. I think Venable's fine. I think we overrate managers. Like, could Pedro Grifol have done this? Absolutely not. Like, Will Venable seems like the absolute right hire, but he needs players. So, um, yeah, like it's and I saw a question earlier too about the hitting coach, like whether they keep
Marcus
like Marcus Timms.
Timms. Yeah.
And so like as of like a month ago, like I had kind of heard that it was possible that Venable would get his own guy. And one of the guys mentioned to me was Rangers director of hitting Cody Atkinson. Um I know nothing about him other than he's worked for the Rangers for a long time. It would look kind of weird firing Timms now, I think, but I don't know. Who knows? Like it was, he basically, I think Venable had to keep a lot of members of the coaching staff because those are just weird things that the White Sox do.
Who was the guy that we were talking about that we were talking about for the manager's position?
Ecker,
Yeah,
Donnie Ecker. Well, yeah, and
Donnie
he
Ecker.
and he
Yeah.
got fired like 2 weeks into the season or 3 weeks into the season. So he was like, the Rangers have all these weird titles, like Grady Sizemore's offensive coordinator. Like he's calling plays for the Bears tomorrow. But like for the White Sox, the Rangers have like all these like the director of hitting initiatives and like hitting game planner and all this other stuff, and he was one of them, and he got fired.
All right, so we got a couple of things to get through here.
Yeah, we can do it quick.
One, the Caleb Bonemer. How
Yeah,
high do you think that he can get? I mean, with the White Sox, I mean, obviously, if he continues to play this well, I mean, I'd say he could probably, at least be probably number 2 or
yeah,
something like that at some point. Maybe even 1.
yeah. So, like, I'm kind of surprised that like Bonham, like, because I don't know what the difference is between Bonham and like some of these other guys who are shortstops that are like top 50 prospects in baseball. I think he's gonna be in the 40 to 80 range, like everywhere this offseason. Because he's gonna finish next year in Birmingham as like a 20-year-old. It just
And a
looks like
good one at that.
yeah, like it just like looks like a good pick, like one of these high
Yeah.
school picks. That's why I love high schoolers in that range because the guys are better than like where they go. Like you have to overpay a little bit for like $3 million, but they're like top 20 talents, and these are the types of dudes who. That's why I like Foskey too. That like if they went to school, like they're top 10 picks in 3 years.
Yeah. Yep.
You got to grab the right one, right? But I mean, Caleb Bonemer would have like been awesome in college. He just went pro instead. Yeah, he's been interesting. I mean, I kind of like Billy Carlson better, and I know we haven't seen Billy Carlson, so that's kind of crazy. But I mean, like they have both of them. It doesn't matter who I like better because they're both going to be in the top 100.
Yeah, it doesn't matter as of yet.
Right. Like
And it's like if you've got one number 1 and the other one number 2, you still got both of them. So that's pretty awesome.
yeah, and Braden like turned his season around, so it's like it is pretty exciting because you have like a tiny positional core, but then you have like a couple other guys who are like really like knocking on the doorstep too.
Yeah. Bonner was Virginia, right?
He was going, yeah, yeah. So he was
Yeah.
a Michigan prep who was committed to Virginia, so he'd likely be transferring to Mississippi State right now had he gone to
Yeah.
school.
Yeah. Something like that. Anyway.
So hot takes and heaters, yes, there is a Japanese power hitter that's very interesting. It's a lot of Ks, but it's a big power and like really fun, like a really fun lefty swing. Sox haven't really had a footprint in Asia. Hopefully David Keller
As of
changes
late.
that. Like if that were their free agent signing, works for me.
Yeah. Bonemer plays second at all. I don't think I've seen him play second at all.
No.
They've had him at third base, and Winston Salem and Lodis has been playing shortstop, and Gerald Perez has been at second.
Yeah, and Lodis has been fun too. And like I usually kind of disregard first year player, college player stats in their draft year, like good or bad, but you'd rather have them be good than bad. And the concerns with Lodis were that he just didn't have a ton of wood bat success. And and it hasn't seemed to matter in high A.
He had, he had a good day today, but he had his last two series were pretty rough after having the player of the week given to him, actually given to his cousin Alex Lodiz first,
Yes, yeah.
and then they realized that they messed up and then gave it to,
Gave it to Kyle Lodius.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I know the Sox really
uh,
like him. They think he can stay
yeah.
at short. I don't really care as long as he can hit, but um yeah. Colby Shelton's swimming in it a little bit though.
He's
I
had
think
a rough,
I think
he had a rough little
I
time.
think he's ready for his season to be over.
Yeah, looks like he's probably a little worn out. Plus, you know, um, yeah, he's been going through it. All right, so
DePino figured it out though. That dude
Depi-
is he's gonna hit.
uh, he had a lot of walks.
Yeah.
The hits just recently started to kind of pile up a little bit. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. All right, so last thing, you had some sort of
Oh yeah. We do have to do this. Do you want me to do that? What I was talking
do
about?
it.
So
That's fine.
so
Yeah.
I don't know how many people know, and like you know, like whatever. You can think whatever you want of him after this, but like Ian's a huge Packers fan. Um, which obviously is like a Bears fan. I hope bad things happen to the Packers, but whatever. That's not the point of this. The Packers traded for Micah Parsons, and it's like just as far as like I wanted to know, like being a fan, like just as far as like the excitement scale, like when that pops across your phone, like you told me like you weren't available because you had to go get you and your son jerseys, like that's how I feel, like that's how I would feel about it too. It's like 26-year-old pass rusher in his prime and you gave up nothing and now you're a Super Bowl contender. How awesome was that?
uh at first I didn't believe it was going to happen. I'm like when it comes to football in general, like I'm just like I'm a realist. I'm not like a meatball. Like I don't like I used to be a long time ago, but baseball's kind of taken over, so I pay a lot less attention to football now than I used to. But it was a pretty exciting. It's like you don't get a guy like that all that often. I mean, you guys just got Khalil Mack, a few years back, and I was like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah, it's like the
So
same type of thing, but Jordan Love's better than Mitch Trubisky, so that's like the difference. Like the Packers are closer, to being like one of the teams that's like a true contender than like the Bears were.
yeah, no, for sure. I agree with that. Like I never thought that you know, I mean, say what you want about Caleb or Justin Fields or whatever. Like I just haven't at this point, like I haven't really been scared of their quarterback play. And that might change with Johnson coming to the Bears. I don't know.
Mm.
You
Well,
know,
but to me, the big thing was like, I just thought it was gonna cost more. Like 2 picks in the 20s and a 30-year-old nose tackle, a good one, right? But a 30-year-old nose tackle and 2 picks in the 20s. It's a friggin' no brainer. Like
yeah.
what is Jerry Jones doing? Jerry Jones is in the news a lot, and the Netflix show is out there, and people have like, whew, like it's like, can you imagine being a kid in Dallas and losing
Oh my gosh.
losing Doncic and then Micah Parsons? My goodness gracious!
Brutal.
Like, yeah.
Within like 4 months of each other. Like you have like two of the best players in both leagues, and both of them get traded
Well, and I
for
guarantee you that
nothing.
like if you were 13 years old and you're a fan of both of those teams, those were your two favorite players.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. They're
Like that,
both gone within
like
months of
like
each
Dak
other.
Prescott's cool, but like Micah Parsons is like really fun. So
Yeah. I mean, like that trade and granted, he started he didn't start today.
yeah, he
He
played
just played a couple.
45% of the snaps or something I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, he'll be
like
fine.
he had a chase down sack of Goff, and that was, fine, whatever. Um but yeah. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the trade. I would say probably more so than the actual trade, which is really good. But like I enjoyed, like I watch a couple of YouTubers that like are focused on the NFC Central, and
Mhm.
those reactions were
Yeah, that's
pretty
cool. Well, the
fantastic.
Packers don't do stuff like this.
No, it's twice.
You know,
Charles
like they
Woodson and Reggie White.
yeah, like
That's like pretty
they
much
don't
it.
they don't do it. They just like draft 11 guys a year and keep them all, and
Yep.
you hear about how they're the youngest team in the league and all their 4th round picks are starting. Like, yeah, they don't do this stuff.
Yeah, and the thing is that by getting rid of Kenny Clark and getting uh Parsons, they
Right.
actually made their age go down.
Right.
So
Yes.
yeah, that's something.
All right. Well, I hope he sucks somehow. So that's fine.
Well, likewise, I hope Ben Johnson forgets. I hope he has dementia.
Yeah. Right.
So, let's see here. Let's see. Joe asked a question. He said, after seeing
Oh.
Coulson's surprising success after being awful in Charlotte, does that have any impact on when the Sox decide to call up other prospects in the future?
I mean,
He was
I,
their big guy
yeah.
for a really long time. So I think that probably has some bearing on it. I don't feel like they've been like
Shy to bring guys up?
apprehensive to bring guys
No.
up. I actually feel like they've been a lot more aggressive than they used to be.
No, but it has made me question a little bit, like, how much we should care about certain stuff, right? Like, I always try to not have tunnel vision on minor league stats. And like some of these guys, like Coulson was like a celebrity like his entire life, right? But it's like small town Indiana celebrity. You know what I mean? So like I never thought it would be too big for him. I just like legit didn't know if he could like hit or not.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's like had success, like who knows? Yeah, it's interesting because yeah, nobody saw it coming. Even the White Sox had like, I mean, they didn't think he was going to hit 20 homers. Like,
No. I mean, I don't think that like anybody outside of like Coulson and TJ Montgomery
right.
um was thinking that he was going to come in and hit 20 home runs. I mean, I was hoping that he would figure it out and it would work, but I mean,
I would have
hey,
taken 10 home runs. That would have been great. I would have been like, all
yeah.
right, yeah, 10 home runs, shortstop defense, right on.
Yep. All right. Um you got anything else, James? Anything important that
No,
you
I think we're good. I
wanted to
think we
bring up?
gave I think we gave the people a little bit extra, so that's
We
fine.
did. We did. I don't know. We'll see what we have to talk about next week because there's going to be a couple less teams to talk about. So we'll
We
see.
can, but at least we can like spend a half hour on the big league team now.
True. Yeah. I mean, and there's going to be a lot of extra, a lot of interesting things coming up here with all the free agents and the Rule 5 and all that stuff. So should be pretty good. Uh, answer Nada here. Grossi, yeah, he's pretty good. I like the Paul Farrington show, which is it's a couple of Vikings fans. They're pretty entertaining. Um, So yeah, that's the one I generally watch the most. Grossi's all right though. All right, I'm gonna walk us out here, James. You have been watching / listening to the Future Sox podcast. If you are listening to this in podcast form, know that you can find us every Sunday night at 8 p.m. on YouTube and the Purple app. You can also find this podcast along with all of our written content at futuresox.net. If you're looking for White Sox prospect highlights, you can find them on X at Future Sox and now also here on our YouTube channel. If you love the content and want to support us here at Future Sox, there is a link to our Patreon in our channel description and at futuresox.net. You can also toss up a super chat on our YouTube stream. Also, don't forget to like this stream and subscribe with notifications so you know when we're going live while helping us in the World Wide Web algorithms. Again, this has been the Future Sox podcast, part of the Just Baseball media outlet. My name is Ian Eskridge at Daily White Sox. He's James Fox at James Fox 917. We appreciate you guys all so much. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Thanks for driving the chat, guys. We appreciate you guys a ton. You guys have a great week. We'll catch up with you next week unless something crazy happens. We'll talk to you soon. All right. Have a great one.